Good evening, everyone. You got Kody Ashmore bringing you tonight's free video. And what I want to do today is talk about, I guess, and critique my trades I've done today. Overall, today, I can't complain. I did profit a total of, and this is on one account, profit a total of, after commissions and whatnot, $3,512. But let's see here. Overall, losing trades are only 100. Profit trades are there. Steady kind of started off in the red and then slowly climbed it up. But let's go ahead and break down those trades. I did. I'll say I aggressively managed a position today, and it ended up pretty much break even. However, um, yeah, let me just talk about it. It was kind of frustrating. This is one that we did with the members that trade the open with me. And I'll show you another thing. I'm being a little bit more. These are the trades I should probably wait for. This is my highest. These are always my biggest winners, and I'll show them here in a minute. And I don't know, just kind of like something to talk about it. So as far as the first trade goes that happened today, let's go here. Here's the 15-minute chart on the ES, and here is the 5-minute, and then you got your 1-minute over here on the left. So basically at the open, what we know is, candles are green, meaning higher time frames are trending higher, momentum is bullish, and price is just squeezing, right? We have our dots down here indicating that a squeeze is forming, a high compression squeeze on the 15-minute chart, even a little bit of it on the 5-minute, and certainly on the 1-minute. And so I took two trades right here during the trade the open, and one loss, one losing trade, and that's supposed to be a loser, and then one winner right here, as far as what I did live with them. And what it was is the first trade was okay. So if the higher time frames are consolidating here in a 15-minute squeeze, we have a 5-minute squeeze building. Everything's looking bullish. Like, cool, I want to lean bullish, right? Well, price opens up. This blue line is the New York session anchored VWAP. Price is just chopping around, obviously. And when price dipped down here, and then got up and reclaimed the New York session anchor VWAP, and in the context of these higher time frames, I was all right. This looks bullish. We're kind of reclaiming there, but I want to get in small position. Got in one, put my stop outside the 1 ATR. And this level right here is yesterday's open. That's what you'll note there. And this will be important when we talk about the next trade. And this right here is the 1272 from the high low on the hourly chart. And so anyways, got long there. Stop outside here. Right outside the 1 ATR, this low here. I'm not sure what happened here. If someone fat fingered an order or what, but volatility certainly was getting tight and tight and tight, and then it flushed down just enough to wick me out. Boom. That was the loss there. So that's the one loser. That's where that $800 loss came from. And then from there, the next trade is okay. Well, price flushed down, kind of consolidate here, and flushed down to the opening price. Also at this level, like I mentioned, all the time frames are looking bullish on the higher time frames. So if we're going to play in the context of the higher time frames, we just need to come in and pick a entry on the lower ones, right? And so then it did get long here, kind of consolidate here, and then I did add, and then had my stop out here at the low. Okay, so I got in here. Price pops up, boom. We did have our first target right here, which took a while to get to, obviously, and we're just waiting, and then price comes down and starts to consolidate here. I'm like, okay. So what I started thinking was, okay, well, I ended up adjusting my first target to here. I was like, let's just lock up one, and then move our stop loss up to the VWAP here. And from there was, okay, my thought was, okay, if price pulls back to VWAP down here, I'm going to add the one that took off here and look for the push up. However, it did, and then I see the momentum starting to shift a little bit more. And I was like, okay, maybe this is going to pull back a little bit more. Maybe this is it's just a head fake because we keep hitting this level right here, right? And then every time we hit it, we keep getting smacked back down. Obviously, in hindsight, it was a great play. In hindsight, yes. However, like I said, stop here. So it's barely. I think at this point, because we talked about it, we were risking 3 points. closed one here, came back down, added one here. But whenever price started, I literally got out. It just waited for me to get out of position, pretty much what it was. So I was like, okay, you know what? This isn't quite looking the way I thought it was. And then I ended up getting out of position, and then it ran. Okay, so this is where I'm talking about critiquing my trades. Right? I always judge my trades. So I aggressively managed the trade. I was right on my thought process, right? I actually got in at the bottom. Nothing's wrong with scaling out here with the plan to add here, but like, why did I get out here? Well, like if I was to really think about it, like we talked about a little bit, was trading the intraday drawdown accounts. I think have really curved my mind to trading aggressively or aggressively managing, because right here my account is already reading this high. If it comes here and then spikes down even further, then that could blow an intraday account. Granted, the account I'm trading isn't an intraday drawdown account; it's an end of day drawdown account. However, I trade intraday drawdown accounts as well, and I think that has really curved my thought process some. And so it made me want to hop out, and I did. And anyways, it just ran up. So nonetheless, this was all in all with this stop out here and then this push up. It was relatively a break-even trade. Okay, and there's something else I've noticed here. I'm going to show you the trades I've been doing the best on, and it's something I did it again this afternoon, and I'll show you it. And it's something I should probably just wait for. These grinding days, I don't trade my best on. Like you could ask, well, Kody, why? Why is it so different? I don't know. I just don't trade my best. I like the volatility when it steps in, and I like to nail my entries based off of that. Another trade I took here, and you can see that we can pull this over here so you kind of see. So there was the losing trade that occurred right there, and then as far as the winning, so here's gold. I did take a few stabs at gold. Now the few stabs at gold that occurred is I did see that price was flushing down to the daily 50 or the daily 50 SMA right here. And I was like, okay, we're kind of down into support. Maybe this will potentially want to hold. So I was watching it, and then also a little bit of a double bottom right here. So I did take a quick trade here as far as, okay, coming here, got in long, and then when it popped up to here, I just got out of the way. So that's a quick scalp, just a quick momentum trade. And so there's that quick one. And then the last one, the one that I've noticed I need to wait for more. This is the one that I tend to trade the best. I just need to wait for them to happen more often. Is I trade my best when volatility steps in into the market. These grinding up days, I don't know. For me, it's just hard to do. But what I did do is I did catch this flush and then caught it back up. So let's break down this trade. Let's talk about why I was okay with coming in and catching this trade versus, but I wasn't okay with the other one, which is interesting, right? As it's flushing, I'm okay with coming in and taking this long, but the other ones that are just grinding, I'm like, I don't know. I guess I get so used to the movement of going fast that I'm like, well, if it's not moving in the time frame I'm expecting, I feel like I'm wrong. And to be honest, I think nothing's wrong with that. A time stop is something I've learned JC talk about quite a bit, and I guess my time stop kind of mentally gets hit. So let's talk about this NQ trade. All right, first off, we know we have green candles here on the 1 minute. All that means is we have bullish momentum and stacked EMAs and whatnot on the higher time frame. Price has been cruising higher. Ticks were strong and everything, right? However, we get this huge flush down. I won't say huge flush, but it's enough to go from the +3 ATR all the way down to probably +4 or 5 8 or -4 or 5 ATR, right? That's a decent move on the 1 minute chart. So from there, move it over here. We also, this blue line here is the New York session anchored VWAP, so the balance of buyers and sellers since the open. All right, so if price is bullish on the 5 minute, price is bullish on the 15, there is a 15-minute squeeze pushing, and so also across the 5 minute. Like everything's just grinding higher. You can't deny it. The market is hitting all-time highs, price is grinding higher. Well, I trade my best when price builds up and just we get these random flushes. And it didn't have to come to the New York session anchor VWAP, but it did. Because whenever a price gets outside my ATR cloud here and I see it start to stall, I start thinking I'm going to scale in. I start scaling into position here. And then ironically, the anchor VWAP's here, so I have my stop outside here. And then I just catch a pop right up and I get out here. about the 1 minute 21 EMA. Now, why there? Well, really because it comes down to here and here and here's equilibrium. I mean, in hindsight, obviously it's going up, but we don't know if it's going to stall and boom. I like to catch the momentum on that bounce. And so, anyways, that's the other trade I took. And these are the trades I've noticed I'm trading my best on, is catching these quick momentum. These grinds right here, these are good. I mean, they work. Nothing's wrong with them if that's more your style. But these are what I am doing my best on. Anyways, I thought that was interesting. Something I should focus on more, to be quite honest. But that's kind of what's been working best for me now. So those are the few trades that I've done today. Like I said, netting about 3,500 on this one funded account here, and just grinding away at it. But yeah, hope you found this video helpful. And I hope you judge and review your trades as well. If you don't, you should. If you have any questions about it, by all means, feel free to ask them in the comments section. I always circle back around and answer any questions that are asked about the videos I produce for Simpler. But I hope all of you have a fantastic day. Be disciplined, careful shorting the top, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care.
Without Simpler Trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me